Oh, hey, I didn't hear you come in. No, I'm actually fine. I'm just practicing looking really tore up. Do I look tore up to you? Do I look despondent? Well, would it be convincing to a cow? Because that's mainly what I'm concerned about. I, I gotta be there. I gotta support her. She has to know that I'm just as messed up as she is. Yeah, well, I mean, I'd be upset if something happened to Jimmy. I mean, I would have hoped that Rhonda would be there for me. Why do you think I'm wearing all this? I've never worn so much black in my life. I feel like Marilyn Manson. Thank God Brittany went through that emo phase about a year ago. She was wearing all black, had a black lipstick and just black eyeliner, and everything she wore was black. Thank God for that. But she didn't have a single black hat. And I'm sorry, but I was raised right. When you go to a funeral, you put on a hat. You wear a nice, respectable hat. Now, don't you say nothing about my hat. It's the only black hat I could find in a pinch. Now, it's not like we planned this ahead of time. I've got everything for your appointment. Don't worry. No, no. We don't need to cancel anything. Did you bring me my shirt? Oh, no, that's fine. I'll look at it in a minute. Right now, I want to get your advice on something. Okay. Well, here's the deal. Now, I know you know about it. Everybody in town's been talking about it for the last day and a half, 2 days. From what we know, now I don't get it. I don't quite understand this. I'm a little confused, to be honest. From what we know, somehow Rhonda's gentleman caller friend, her boyfriend, her baby daddy, well, apparently he ended up with a bullet in the head. Now, the whole circumstances around it are kind of weird. Like, I don't even see how. The coroner, well, Mr. Wallace, bless his heart, he means well, but he should have retired about 20 years ago. How old is he now? He's like 107. Well, he went out there, and why we had a coroner even looking at this, I don't know. I guess because the circumstances were so weird. He went out there and said it was suicide. And I said, now, how in the world you figured that's suicide? And he said, look, that cow clearly has a pistol in his hoof. And I said, that doesn't make any sense. We're talking about a cow. They don't have thumbs. How's he going to hold a pistol? Where did that even come from? But he swears up and down it was suicide. And I said, cows don't commit suicide. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard of. But he wrote up a whole thing, and they put something in the paper about it, that we have suicidal cows and we need to do something about it. Like, I don't know, I guess like therapists or something. I mean, do you have are there therapists that go out and talk to barnyard animals? I mean, it doesn't make any sense at all. But for Rhonda's sake, I felt like we had to do something. I said, we can't just have a big barbecue or chuck him in the ground. We got to do something special. We have to have some kind of a ceremony, because this was the love of her little bovine life. He's gone, whatever the circumstances were. And I'm sorry, I saw pictures of that pistol. There's no way he held that thing in his hoof and got it up to his head. There's just the joints on a cow don't work that way. I mean, even if it was possible that he did shoot himself, I just don't see how he could have done that. And he said the bullet went in through the back of his head. Now tell me how a cow's going to reach up with his hoof, holding a pistol, and shoot himself that way. Doesn't work that way. No. I think something weird happened. I think there was something suspicious. Now, the only person who saw anything at all was little Eugenia. She was out there with her dog. They were out playing in the edge of the woods, and she heard a gunshot, and she went running towards the house. But she said, I turned around and I looked back, and all I saw was this fleeting glimpse of something sparkly out there, and then it was gone. She said it looked like Princess Elsa. I said, well, I highly doubt that was it. But I think there was somebody out there. I think a person was involved. I don't care what the coroner said. I really think a person shot her bovine boyfriend and left her to raise this little calf by herself. She's going to have to go it alone now because for whatever reason somebody shot a cow. Now the way I was raised, if you shoot a cow, it's only polite to go ahead and butcher it. You can't just leave it laying there. But people today, they just don't care. They have no manners at all. Everybody's rude. Nobody cares about anybody but themselves. Probably somebody playing on their cell phone, not paying attention where they were aiming their gun, and just went and blew that cow's head off. So, I'm going to do your nails. But then I got to get ready to go to the funeral. You want to come? Well, I don't know how you do a funeral for a cow. Now, Jimmy has had to spend all morning out there with the backhoe digging a hole. But don't tell anybody because you're not supposed to bury barnyard animals on private property around here. It's like a city ordinance or something. Like you have to dispose of it some other way. Well, I don't know what we're going to do with him. He probably weighs 1,000 pounds. He's a bit of a blubber butt. I mean, honestly, don't tell Rhonda I said this, but secretly I'm kind of glad he's dead. Number one, it cost a fortune to feed him. Now, I didn't mind because she loves him so much and she loves being with him, and she's just out there just making awful baying sounds like she's crying or something. It breaks my heart. But he ate a lot and he was always gassy at the wrong times. Let me tell you that you want to get embarrassed, have company over and have a gassy cow nearby. It's real embarrassing. I mean, it would just break up a party like that. So on one hand, it's bad and I hate it for her, but on the other hand, it's kind of a blessing. The only problem is now we got to bury this gigantic cow. And if you've ever had to dig a hole, especially this time of year, we're right in the middle of a deep freeze. It's kind of hard to dig because the ground is frozen solid. So Jimmy had to get the backhoe. And he's been out there trying to dig a big old hole. And he decided if anybody from the city came by, he'd just tell them that we were getting ready to put in a swimming pool and we're just digging early. They might buy it. I don't know. So we're going to have a big hole. And we're going to try to do a ceremony that's as dignified as possible. We're going to bring in some animals from the petting zoo. Kind of like guests, be like family members, since we don't know. I mean, you don't know a cow's family, typically. But I'd invite him if I knew. I mean, if I knew where his family was, I'd invite him in a heartbeat. But we don't. So we're going to try to put together a dignified ceremony. And Symphony's going to sing. Yeah, she's going to sing I'll Fly Away, which I said, cows don't fly. And she just told me to shut up. But I said, if you play that, I'll cry. If you sing that, I'll cry. That song always makes me cry. And then she said she'd sing Amazing Grace, and I said that'd be good. That's the way good people do it. You're gonna sing Amazing Grace, and maybe read a few Bible verses and sing a hymn or two. And then I'm thinking there's really no graceful way to just shove a cow in the ground. I mean, we could try to roll him. But then I'm thinking his legs are just going to stick up and the rigor mortis is setting in. Plus, it's real cold outside. So his legs are kind of sticking up in the air. It'd be like trying to roll a deck chair into the ground. I just don't think it's going to work. But I'm going to be right there beside Rhonda. I'm going to be holding on to her the whole time. I'm just going to put my arm around her and comfort her the best I can. And I'm practicing my sad face. Yeah, I want it has to be convincing to her. I don't care if anybody else believes me or not, but I want to look sad for her. I want her to feel like I know how she feels, So I just try to picture things that make me sad, like the store runs out of Pepsi, or it's Sunday and you want to go to Chick-fil-A. So I just think of these things, and And I was thinking, I have this scarf here. I was thinking I could either hold it. Now this could be good because then I could just kind of wring it like I'm just beside myself, and I just wring it like that, Or I could put it on my hat. Now all I could find as far as a black hat was this from my Halloween costume like 5 years ago. It was hanging on a nail up in the attic. I think it's held up pretty good to be as old as it is. But what I can do is I can take this scarf and just put it over like that. See? And you just pull it down like this. Does this look better? Like, do you think this looks more appropriate for a funeral? Or should I just leave it like normal? You are no help. Now, well, I need to get going on your nails or I'm never going to get out of here. Now, let me see my shirt. Oh, honey, it's not going to ruin. No, it's not going to ruin nothing. We're going to have the funeral this afternoon. One way or another, we're going to get him in the ground. Just in case. Because I was telling Jimmy too. I said, he's a fat butt. We're not going to be able to, we may not be able to get him in the hole. Like, we may not be able to shove him in there. He said, don't worry about it. Yeah, he's went and borrowed, it's a bulldozer. He borrowed this bulldozer. I don't even know where he got it from. I said, where'd you get that? He said, don't worry about it. And when he tells me don't worry about it, that makes me worry more. It's like, are you going back to jail soon? Where did you get this thing? He said, don't worry about it. I said, you better not have stole it. I'm going to try not to worry about it. I got enough on my mind. So he said, we're going to have this little bulldozer. And if we can't get him in the ground, we'll just sort of gently, he said, I can do it gentle. We can do nice and easy, just gently, just sort of shove him in there with the bulldozer. Just kind of push him off in the hole, kind of like that. And the bulldozer would be good too because it can help push the dirt, get it on him so we don't have to shovel it all because it take forever. And I don't have time because that's right. We got the girls' weekend coming up. So you got our shirts in. Let me see that. I wanted a t-shirt. This is a long sleeve shirt. Look at that, girl. Women's weekend, that's right. No dead cows gonna mess up my trip to the casino. I love this. This is the one Symphony drew, isn't it? What does the box say? Zoo City girls are foxy. I think she did good. Looks just like her in the face right there, doesn't it? I told her, I said, that's a foxy self-portrait of you, honey. But I ordered the t-shirt. Don't you know how hot it gets in those casinos? And we're going to come out smelling like cigarettes. So I figure the less fabric you have, the better. No, it's fine. I mean, it's so cold. I may be glad I have it. That's the bomb right there. We're going to have so much fun. I've been saving up my tips from work. I've been saving up my tips since Thanksgiving, and I got about $300. Got the room all set. Now, who are you riding with? Well, me and Trish and Symphony are going together. Yeah, we're all right. We're taking Trish's Durango. Yeah, well, we can get more suitcases and stuff in there. No, there's no convention. I just have a lot of clothes. I like to pack a lot of different things, so I have a lot of options. It's going to be so exciting. I know. I'm not going to drink as much this time. No. I don't want anybody to have to carry me out of there. Trish still has pictures of that on her phone, and every now and then she threatens to put them on Facebook if she wants me to shut up. Like she said, sometimes I get too chatty in here, and I end up not doing my job. Very funny. I am working on her nails right now. I have not been talking. Well, maybe I have been talking this whole time, but I'm getting my work done. Why don't you go get us something to eat? Food at the funeral? No, we're not doing food at the funeral. It's mostly going to be animals. I mean, they're not going to know. I'm kind of limited as far as the food I can serve if you think about it. What am I going to have? You want me to have like a meat and cheese buffet? How you reckon those cows are going to feel about that? I guess I could just do a big salad. They'd eat that. I would like, where are you going? You going to country barbecue? I want a large Brunswick stew with extra crackers. Well, if you get a barbecue sandwich, can I have half of it? I'll let you have some of my stew. Okay, I'm gonna get to work. I got a funeral to get ready for. Okay. Is the hat freaking you out? Is it bothering you? Well, I don't like to set it down because every time somebody opens the door, a gust of wind comes in and my hat kind of sails off like a frisbee. So let me see your nails. Now, I know you said you wanted to do something in blue. Okay, I got you. Give me here. Let me see this. Lord, what'd you do to your thumb? Where'd you get that big cut on your thumb? My God. Here, I'm going to take my emery file to that. Hold still. Quit moving. You're the only person I know that's got ticklish fingers. You're so funny. I'm just evening it up a little bit. Now, I don't think it needs to be trimmed. It's fine. Okay. Let me show you what I got to choose from. First of all, I want you to look over these and I want you to think about it, all right? Now, we've got Sally Hansen Colorful. Now, it is not literally as chromy as this when you put it on, but it is actually quite shiny. Now, you cannot do a top coat with this. You have to just put this on. You can do 2 coats, but you can't put a top coat on it because it messes it up. So there's this Colorful, and it is about this color. It's kind of a, I don't know what you call that, like a turquoise color. And I got that one. And this one here is, has all kinds of little, it's got glitter in it. It has blue and silver glitter. Now, I love this one. You don't like it? That's right, I forget. You don't like sparkly stuff like that. Well, you may not like this one at all. Let me shake it up a little bit. This one may bother you then. You're the only person I know don't like sparkly nail polish. What's the matter with you? You weren't hugged enough as a child or something. I mean, no offense, but how can you not like this stuff? You probably won't like this one either. Sally Hansen Miracle Gel. Now look at that. It kind of has a different hue to it depending on how the light hits it. The color of this is Fashionista. This is one of Symphony's favorites. She's about used it up. I mean, you see, she'll come in here and she'll paint her nails while she's waiting for me, like if we're going somewhere. She's about used up the whole bottle. I'm going to get some more. Now, I know you don't like the sparkly ones, but give this one a chance. Now, this one here is kind of a blue-green color. It's almost like an aqua. Look at that. This is LA Colors Color Craze, and it goes on really evenly. It's surprisingly wonderful. Look at that. Look at how pretty that is. And if you want it to match your outfit, I think this would be really nice. No? Well, I'm going to show you that one last. Let me show you this. This one, this is not a sparkly nail polish at all. This is from Sinful Colors, and it is called Why Not? Now look at that. Yeah, when I was Princess Neytiri, the Avatar, this is exactly the color I wore. Now, this is one that when you wear it, sometimes you put on a nail polish and it's not quite the same color as it looks like in a bottle. This one is exactly this color when you put it on. And it looks really good with 2 coats. And then I have this one, and I know you're not going to like it either, but I'm going to show you. I like to try to give you options. I mean, I keep hoping that maybe one of these days you'll, try something a little different. I mean, you come in here every week and we do the same stuff. I don't know. Can you just try a shiny one just for me? Just this one time? As the grieving, what would I be like? Mother-in-law to a dead cow? I mean, if I was like Rhonda's mother, which I basically am, I'm like the grieving mother-in-law here. Yeah, I mean, you need to do it for me. Do it for Rhonda. Do it for somebody. Just, please. Look at how pretty this is. It's like a fish's scales. It's like their scales. Dagnabbit. Okay. I didn't want to show you this one because I know this is the one you're going to want. I mean, I love you to death. I do. But sometimes you just got to branch out. You got to do something kind of different. That's fine. Okay. Here's the matte. I know this is the one you always look for. This is Broadway Nails Matte Strong. And the color is All That Sparkles. But don't let that fool you. It says All That Sparkles. But it doesn't sparkle at all. It's the dumbest name I've ever seen for nail polish. because it has a matte finish. It looks shiny in here, but it is not. It goes on shiny, but as soon as it dries, it's matte. I figured that's what you'd want. All right. Now, you know, with this cooler weather that we're having, everybody's got dry skin right now. So I'm going to put a little bit of cuticle oil just around your cuticles. We're just going to go kind of this way. I'm not going to like rub it into your nails or anything, but I want to massage it into your cuticles before we put on the nail polish. Will that be okay? I'm not going to charge you extra. I'm doing this. This is like a little complimentary service that I do for everybody right now. It's kind of like my winter bonus, my winter special. It's included in your manicure. Okay. All right, I'm going to start with your right hand. Get a little more. All right, let me see that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to see, it has a little dropper. It's a little glass dropper. And I'm going to put one drop on each finger, and then I'm going to massage it in just like that. Okay? Let me see your right thumb and one drop, and then I massage it like that. I'm pressing a little harder than normal because you're so ticklish, like your fingers are so ticklish. I've never seen anything like it. All right, now your index finger, one drop, and just massage it like that. Doesn't that feel nice? It does smell good. Yeah, it has almond oil in it. Now your middle finger here. Well, I tell you what I did. I felt that Rhonda would need something special to wear. So I didn't have anything black that was big enough for her. You know, I thought about asking my Aunt Irene because she's about the same size as Rhonda. Do not tell Mama I said that. She'll get ill. Well, definitely don't tell Aunt Irene I said it. I'm serious. It was a joke. I'm joking. I didn't have anything big enough for Rhonda to wear. So what I did was I went to Walmart and I got these black flannel sheets, which I thought would be perfect because it's so dang cold outside. So I took the flat sheet and I've got it draped over her. And I took some bungee cords and I made like a little hole, like some holes in the ends of the sheets. And I wrapped it around her, and I took the bungee cords and kind of hooked it under her belly, you know, which is hard because, you know, she's so heavily pregnant right now. I mean, the vet don't know nothing. He said that she would have had that calf by now, and he said she'd have it before Christmas, and nothing has happened. Well, that's what you get when you live in Camden, and the only vet here specializes in hamsters. How many people in Camden have hamsters that he has to specialize? Anyway, he don't know diddly squat about big animals. And let me see your left hand. Give me that thumb. And one drop. And a massage like that. Now see, any of it that gets on your nails doesn't matter. It's not going to mess up the nail polish at all. And your index finger. Rub that in. So, well, my stupid neighbor came over this morning, and I didn't even know she was back there. She was back there with the body sprinkling kale seeds or kale something on that dead animal. I said, what are you doing? She's so whacked out of her head. Give me your pinky. One drop. She was back there sprinkling. It was kale something. She told me what it was, and then she gives me this look and goes, she does that to me all the time. Everything I do or say, she gives me this look and just goes, I want to smack her sideways. So she's out there sprinkling kale something on my dead cow. I said, what are you doing back here? And she said something about helping escort his spirit to the heavens or something. I said, look, anything you sprinkle on there, Rhonda's just gonna eat it. Okay, she's pregnant. She'll eat anything right now. And she said, well, That'd probably be better than whatever you're feeding her. And then she started talking about how her coat doesn't glisten like it ought to, or some. I said, look, we are a grieving family right now. They don't make wreaths for that kind of thing, so I don't have the traditional wreath on my front door. But you need to respect the fact that we have lost someone and we are grieving, and we do not need your advice right now. Can you please get on back over there? I said, I am never going to sell you any cow poop if you talk to me that way, especially now that I've lost one of my suppliers. I might charge $10 a pound. She muttered something, I don't even know, something about wrapping presents at the mall. She muttered something and just wandered off. I do not have time for her foolishness right now. I know you've never met her. Man, she is a piece of work. She keeps talking about this husband and these children. I never see them. I'm starting to think she's whacked out of her mind. I know, I worry about it. I've already lost Rhonda once. I don't want to lose her again. Well, I don't know what she would do. Get on her and ride off into the sunset or something. Who knows? Now I'm going to put the nail polish on. We're only going to do one coat because that's really all you need. Let me see your right thumb. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. Look, I know it looks shiny right now, but it's going to dry real quick and you're going to see what it looks like. Now hold still. I don't want to get it all over your fingers there. Here, bring your hand up right here. Put it up here. I love these little two-tiered stands. Yeah. So, I made Rhonda kind of like a makeshift dress out of the flannel sheets. And then I took the pillowcases apart, and then I kind of fashioned them into sort of a, like a floppy hat for her. I used some coat hanger for, like an inside frame for it. So she's going to look real spiffy at the funeral. I know, she's so upset. She was out there just, I guess they call it lowing, making this low, sad sound. It's just a tragedy, I'm telling you. I think it's a conspiracy. I think something else happened out there. But at this rate, I guess we'll never know. As far as we know right now, Princess Elsa shot that poor boy. But there weren't any other witnesses, so I don't know. And your pinky right there. Now you need to give that just a minute to dry. Now what are you going to be doing tonight? Well, see, you have plenty of time to come to this funeral. You can go to TJ Maxx afterwards. They're open till 9. It's not going to take that long. Well, I figure I've never hosted this kind of funeral, so I don't know. It'll probably take 20 minutes. I mean, and that includes shoving him in the ground with a bulldozer. I mean, we don't have to stand around and watch that if you don't want to. We can go in the house and play video games if you want. Yeah, take our mind off of it. So, I have to look sad. I have to look sad. And I was also thinking, how do you think Rhonda would take it if I could cry a little bit, or at least look like I'm about to, like I'm talking to her? I talk to her. Don't you talk to your pets? We have whole conversations, me and Rhonda. We do. And like if I was talking about him and I just like I would say something, let my voice get kind of high pitched and do like this, do the little windshield wiper thing. Do you think that would work? Would that convince her? I think. And I fan myself. I don't want to cry. Is that good? I mean, would that work? I just want her to know she's not alone. Yeah. Symphony says this whole thing is ridiculous. And I said, well, you're singing songs at the funeral, so don't talk to me about things that are ridiculous. You know. So, okay. Well, thank you for the shirt. You've got your share of the money for the room. Well, Trish put it on her credit card, then we're going to pay her back. Okay. We're not going to the strip club this year. No, we are not. You remember what happened last year with that Chippendale dancer? Trish got her teeth caught on his G-string. We can't go through that again. No, I'm not taking her back there. And if I do, I'm not going to let her have margaritas first. That was more of a tangle than I cared to get into. Plus, it took my time away from the slot machines, and I didn't appreciate that none. But we're leaving in the morning for that. Yeah, Jimmy's fine with it. He's fine with it. He goes and does stuff too. So, but I gotta make sure he gets that bulldozer back to wherever it came from, and the backhoe too. That's right. Gosh, I may need to get that rolling tonight after we get him in the ground and everything. So yeah, it is. It is a bad time. It's a bad time for our family right now. We just have to stay strong. We have to hang in there, and Rhonda's going to be okay. Rhonda's going to be fine. The calf is doing fine. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I can't wait to see. So unfortunately, we've lost one life, but we're about to experience the joy of another one. So she's going to be fine. We'll make sure of that. We're going to take good care of her, and we're going to pull her through this. We're going to get her through this together, and we're going to come out better and stronger than ever. But I don't believe I'm going to let her graze in that pasture anymore. If that had happened to Rhonda, I wouldn't be here right now. I would just be beside myself. So in a way, I know I hate that he got shot, but if I had to pick a cow to get shot, it'd be him. Because like I said, he ate a lot. He was always so polluted all the time. It's just, what is wrong with cows? Ugh. So, I'm kind of glad it worked out the way it did. But don't tell Rhonda I said that, because it would really hurt her feelings. You got my food. Okay, well, no, you're dry. You're totally dry. See, that's what's so awesome about this nail polish. It dries real quick. So, you think about stopping by. Yeah, well, I would have food, but I don't know what I could have, except maybe some lettuce or something. We're having a bunch of rabbits and goats from the petting zoo, and I don't really know what they eat other than lettuce or corn or something. I don't know. But just come by, because the more the merrier. Because Rhonda sure could use your support. If you would just sit and talk to her, it would mean the world to her. Yeah. I know, just counsel her and comfort her. Okay? Adjust her flannel sheet if it starts to fall off. Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully I'll see you later. If not, I'll see you in the morning. We'll take off for our girls' weekend. Oh, we're going to have a great time. Okay. Well, I'll see you later then.